Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new edition, a new series on the channel. We are bumping up the game because Speed Week starts today in real life for NASCAR, and Speed Weeks is here for us on the channel as well. We've already covered our predictions for the Clash later tonight. I will have the post-race analysis when that race is done. So, in spite of running the Clash here today, we're going to have a Speed Weeks of our own on the channel, virtually that is. NASCAR 05, my favorite game growing up as a kid. We are here. We're going to run Speed Weeks. We've got the Budweiser Shootout tonight. We've got Whelen Modified Series action tomorrow night. We'll go back to NASCAR Heat 5 on Thursday night. I'll do a career mode live stream before the duels come on, kind of like what we're doing with the pre-race here. And then on Friday, we'll have the truck race before the actual truck race as soon as I get home from work then. And then on Saturday, after the Xfinity race, we'll have our Busch race on here. And then Sunday morning at about 10, 11 a.m., we'll run our Gatorade dual race, followed by the Daytona 500 immediately after, so we can get that done before the actual Daytona 500 on Sunday. So it is going to be a busy week starting here today, here tonight on the channel, as we'll take you through Speed Week's actions, both virtually on the channel and as well on the channel with what's going on in real life with NASCAR, with predictions and post-race analysis and following day by day as we go along. So thanks for everybody tuning in here tonight. Only last sitter, Davion West. Welcome to the stream, guys, and hopefully more of you guys tune in. Now, with this being the start of a new season and a new game, you guys get to pick the driver. So waiting for you guys to come on in the chat. You guys get to vote who I am going to use for this season for NASCAR 05 in the Cup, Busch, now known as Xfinity Series, Truck Series, and even the Whelen Modified Series. So you guys get to pick all four of those. Now, tonight we're just starting off with the Cup Series because that's all we're running. I know this is an exhibition race, the Busch, now it's the Busch Clash, but it used to be the Budweiser Shootout as it was here, taking place in the 2004 season. So you guys get to pick who I'm going to use for this race and this Cup Series season, and then when we get to the truck race on Friday night, Busch Series race on Saturday night, then you guys will get to vote for those series. Same thing with the Modified Series tomorrow night. So, yeah, vote away. We got one vote for Jeff Gordon, Cap24. Welcome to the stream. We got 6 people watching already right now. I will close the voting at 5:45 because we definitely need to get this race in before the start of the Clash tonight. I'm actually going to my grandparents' house to watch the race with them, and they live about 10 minutes away. So as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to have to hustle to get over there. So we're going to close the voting at the very latest at 5:45. So you guys got a good 10 minutes to vote. You can also comment down below your predictions on the Clash tonight. I'd like to see that as well, because once we get into full action here at Daytona, it's going to be hard for me to look who I'm going to use. Oh, we got a vote for Brendan Gunn. Yes, I'll scroll through the different drivers in this game because it does differentiate from where we were last game. So, where Jack Sprague was in the 0, we now have Ward Burton driving the 0 car. Joe Nemechek moves to the 0-1 instead of Jerry Nadeau. Rusty Wallace is still in the 2 car. Terry Labonte, we are not going to use Terry Labonte on this season because we're still using him on NASCAR Thunder 04, so we're not going to use Terry Labonte. Mark Martin's still in the 6 car. Dale Jr., of course, in the 8. Casey Kane's now in the 9. Bill Elliott is retired, at least for full-time action, so Bill Elliott being retired. Rookie Casey Kane this season will be going for the Rookie of the Year. Scott Riggs takes over the 10 car. Johnny Benson is out of it. Ryan Newman's still in the 12. Michael Waltrip's still in the 15. We're not taking Greg Biffle as a vote because we're going to use him for the custom schedule season, but he's still in the 16 car. Kent is still in the 17. Bobby Labonte in the 18 still. Stewart in the 20. That doesn't change. Ricky Rudd's still in the 21. That doesn't change. Scott Wimmer takes over the 22 car for Ward Burton, jumping to the 0. Of course, Jeff Gordon in the 24 as he was his whole career. Brian Vickers steps into the 25. Joe Nemechek moves to the 01, as I just mentioned. Brian Vickers, rookie, and he will be running in the 25 car. Ethan, welcome to the stream. We got a vote for Kyle. Kyle Busch was a rookie in 2005, but remember, this game takes the 2004 season, and we're only voting for the Cup Series tonight. So Kyle Busch is not in the Cup Series in this game, but he is in the Busch Series. Travis Quaffle is going to take over the 28 car. So that's a new car and a new team on the racetrack. Kevin Harvick, of course, the cover guy for this game, is still in the 29. Johnny Sauter moves to the 30. Another rookie. Steve Park no longer in that 30 car. Robbie Gordon still in the 31. Ricky Craven still in the 32. Paul Menard jumps in for his rookie season in the 33 car. Elliott Sadler still in the 38. We got Sterling Marlin still in the number 40. Casey Mears in the 41 for his second season. Jamie McMurray still in the 42. Jeff Green takes over the 43 car in place of Christian Fittipaldi from last season. Michael Turner, welcome to the stream. Matt Kenseth is your vote. Your predictions: Chase Elliott to win the Roval night, or the Doval is. Did anybody else see that? They had the crew chiefs picking the random drawing. They had to pick a Busch beer bottle, and Alan Gustafson called the Daytona Road Course the Doval. Yes, he called it the Doval. I might have to start calling it that now. I laughed as soon as I saw that. Definitely vote for Kyle Busch in the... Well, yeah, hey, I mean, you get to throw your vote out for tonight for the Cup Series, so definitely try to do that. Again, voting closes at 5:45. Still scrolling through some of the drivers here. Ravish, welcome back, man. Long time no see. You're just in time to cast a vote. Who am I going to use for this 2005 season? Kicking off the new game and kicking off Speed Weeks here on the channel. Vote for Jimmy Johnson. Is that your actual vote, or is that you would vote for him if he had the Ally car? And look at how big they make Jeff Green look in this game. Husky boy, look at this. I mean, this guy looks like a dude you don't want to mess with. All right, Kyle Petty still in the 45. I have some paint schemes unlocked already because I was doing some of those Dodge challenges on here to try and unlock some other stuff along the way. I'm working on that so I can get all the custom tracks unlocked and try to get the paint scheme for the driver we end up using. Jim Johnson's still in the 48, of course. Derek Cope is going to be driving the 50, so new car, new team in this game compared to 04. So we got to vote for Jimmy. Indeed, long time, Ravish, but hey, welcome back. Better late than never, and well, I guess that saying doesn't work here, but you guys get the point. All right, so let's see here. We had one. Whoa! I almost deleted a message. That would have been bad. Okay. So Davion has Brendan Gaughan. Ethan has Jimmy. Jonathan Rogers, welcome to the stream. So we got 2 votes for Jimmy Johnson. Ravish, make sure you can make your pick, man. Menard, get him something. Hey, rookie in this game. That's interesting. I like you guys thinking outside the box. You guys did in Thunder 04, and that's why we used Terry Labonte, and that was awesome, I thought. That caught me by surprise. So we have 1 vote for Matt Kenseth as well. But Jimmy's leading the vote by 1 right now. Oh, and we have a vote for Jeff Gordon. Brendan Gaughan wields a 77 car as Davion. He's only got 1 paint scheme, that Kodak 77 car, but it's a new team, new car there. Dale Jarrett still in the 88. Kurt Busch in the 97 still from last game, and Jeff Burton still in the 99. So there are a couple driver swaps that we just went through. Hashtag hard for Menard. Yes. I forgot that was a thing. Oh, you used Kyle Petty, the best Petty. You only get 1 vote, Ravish. Is it Paul Menard or Kyle Petty? Again, voting closes in 4 minutes now. It's 5:41. 5:45, we got to get this race. Well, at least I need to select my driver and get this race going so we can get this done before the clash starts tonight. I got to drive 10 minutes, too, after this before I can watch it, so hopefully I don't miss anything. I shouldn't. Coverage starts at 7. The drop of the green flag probably isn't until like 7:10 or 7:15, so I should be good. But we definitely have to get this vote in pretty soon here. We got 10 people watching. We've only got about 6 or 7 votes, so make sure you vote away. Comment down below who you want me to drive for, not only tonight, but for the rest of this first season of NASCAR 05. Right now, Jimmy Johnson leading the vote. So, okay, so Menard is your final vote then, Ravish. All right. How long was the 6 driven by Mark Martin? A very long time. I don't know when he stepped into the 6 car. I know he drove it all the way through the 90s, but I don't know how... I don't know what year he stepped into it. He stepped away from the 6 car after the 2006 season. So if you were looking to like vote for Martin, we would still have the 6 car again as an option next year. I think this is the last year with the Viagra sponsor, though. The Pfizer sponsor. Because then it'd be the AAA car next year. Hope Daytona 500 won't have any serious accidents. I hope so, too. I hope so, too. Love Newman in the 6. I think Ryan Newman... This paint scheme right here, when I get there... This paint scheme, in my opinion, is very highly underrated. I love this paint scheme. It might look a little basic, but I love it. 88, 89, you say? Yeah, that sounds about right. I know he was in that 6 car all the way through the 90s. And the Valvoline car for the longest time. Ashton G, welcome to the stream. Yeah, again, this 2004 season. Like, the years are kind of, back. They're backwards. Kind of like Madden is. Well, Madden used to be like that. I don't know if it still is. 06 probably. Yeah, this is my favorite. This is my favorite game. This is the one... Thunder 04 is a good game. And it's probably a little bit better of a game, but this is my favorite game. I played this more as a kid than any other NASCAR game. I'm pumped to get this race started. I'm pumped to get this whole series started. That Valvoline car was really good, though. It was a really good-looking car. Again, make sure you guys cast your votes. You got 1 more minute. I'll set a timer on my phone. We'll have an exact minute on the clock. I think Ryan Newman's done after this year. If his contract's up at the end of the season, I think he's done. What the heck is going on here? I'm trying to set up a timer. There we go. Okay, timer starts right now. We got 1 minute. Cast your vote. Jimmy Johnson leads by 1 right now. If you haven't casted a vote yet, make sure you cast it. Ashton, I don't think you've set a vote yet. We still got 9 people in the chat. Again, still only 6 or 7 votes so far. We got 1 for Brendan Gaughan, 1 for Paul Menard, so we've got a couple interesting ones in here. We got 1 for Jeff Gordon, 1 for Matt Kenseth, 2 for Jimmy Johnson. I believe that is what we're looking at. I don't think I missed any. Yeah, Bowman's Valvoline sponsor looked pretty good, too. Jimmy leads. We have 15 seconds, people. 15 seconds, and we might be using Jimmy Johnson. Now, Johnson did not win a championship in the 04 season. His first championship wasn't until 2006. So this is like the Chase for 8 series all over again, but it's like reversed. We're winning a championship at the beginning of his career instead of at the end of his career. Time's up. I didn't think that there was going to be an actual sound on that, but all right, time is up. We need to get this race going. And Jimmy Johnson is the fan vote. We will be using Jimmy Johnson for the Cup Series. Now I got to scroll all the way down to him. Should I name this the Chase for 8 series again, or should I not be original, or, well, like, we already used the Chase for 8 series. We actually had a lot of people that tuned into that, like some of your guys'... Oh, we got the Platinum Chevrolet, too. Look at that. And we got the test car. And we got another low-sponsored car that, I don't know. Oh, yeah, we got the Patriotic. This Patriotic Jimmy Johnson scheme, I think I have that die-cast somewhere. One of the smaller ones. And if I remember right, I think one of the wheels are missing. But that is one of my favorite Patriotic cars of all time. We'll be getting to use that at some point when we unlock it. And I have to guess the Thunder plate when I'm unlocking the paint schemes to try and get Johnson's. All right. Daytona. And we've got the Budweiser Shootout. Chase for 1. Do you think that would catch on, though? Do you think, like, people that haven't clicked, haven't, like, watched the channel would understand what that is before they actually click on the video? Oh, I forgot they got Bill Weber talking. I don't know how I forgot about that. Sponsored by Mr. Clean. So they got the starting lineup on the top of the screen, and sure enough, we'll be starting last in the random draw. Looks like there's only 19 cars on the field. There's actually 21 in the Clash later tonight, so it's actually pretty even with what's on here and what we actually have. Tony Stewart's on the pole. Looks like Terry Labonte will be starting in second. I did not get to practice at all, so I might not do that well. I don't know what the rules are in this game. In NASCAR Thunder 04, the rules were you had to make a mandatory 2-tire stop, and that was it. Like, that was the only gimmick, I guess. Oh, here we go. Shootout consists of all pole winners, so yep, 19 pole winners from 2004, or 2003, I guess, technically. Each driver must make a 2-tire pit stop under green during the race. So exactly the same rules as what we saw in NASCAR Thunder 04. A 2-tire stop has to be made under green at some point in time. And we'll get to see what's going to have here. Chase for... That would sell, but I don't know if we're going with that. Tony and Jeff are OP in this game. We'll see. Here we go. Green flag is going to wave. Tony Stewart will... Outside of those Dodge challenges, I haven't played this game in years. And the steering's a little, like, boxier, if that makes any sense. It almost feels like the steering's a little bit easier than Thunder 04, even with this analog stick, but... Oh, Johnson just cut off Kurt Busch. That was accident. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get used to the steering in this. Oh, and like Newman clipped Jimmy Johnson that time. Jimmy didn't even move up the track. Contact all over the place on lap 1 down the back straightaway. And look at these guys losing time already. Jimmy Johnson, Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman at the rear of the field. Remember, only 19 cars are in this race. Only 70 laps here tonight under the lights at Daytona. This should only be a 1 pit stop race today. Assuming they can go about 35 laps on fuel, they can cut it in half, so having to make it a 2-tire stop. We'll see. Jimmy Johnson trying to let Kurt Busch go on the outside. These guys are already over 3 seconds off the lead. Me trying to get used to the steering on the fly. I didn't get to practice because I literally got home from work 20 minutes before the stream started. Because we had to start early tonight with the Clash being on. Oh, somebody, yeah, there's some cars checking up here off of turn 4. They must have gotten together. Johnson, Kurt Busch, Newman coming in hot. Bobby Labonte in the 18 will be leading these guys. No penalty for passing below the yellow line in this game. So we will be doing it whenever we get the opportunity to. So at least there's more cars in this pack than just 3. Johnson, Kurt Busch have a run on the bottom lane. Drafted really well. Whoa! Johnson gets loose into the wall and into Mark Martin. Caution away for the first time. Labonte Newman involved. I forgot the car just spins out when you hit the apron in this game. Because we were on the straightaway. And the car just jerked all the way to the right. I completely forgot about that with this game. You cannot drive the apron at all. Even on the straightaways, it just spins you right around. So a crash already a couple laps into today's race. I completely forgot about that with this game. Oh my gosh. Talk about trying to learn on the fly. We already have our first caution. Not going to pit for fuel or tires to be an unfair advantage. Johnson's going to repair damage here. Luckily, only 19 cars on the field, but already 4 of them involved in the wreck on lap 4. And Tony Stewart has led every lap so far. I like how the gas man came off the wall, turned around, and went back up. He's like, oh, we're not getting fuel? Okay. Man, yeah, it's been a while since I played this. Outside of the maybe 40 minutes I played yesterday on Dodge Challenges, like that was it. Green flag back in the air. The problem is now, with those cars being involved in the accident, is it looks like Johnson's got 2 rivals. Gets good acceleration on the restart. He gets around Ryan Newman. Not sure how much speed got knocked out of the race car for Jimmy Johnson. So it's already not going to be a perfect speed weeks, but better than a DNF right there. That was a pretty hard lick for all 4 of them, really. So Johnson took off on the restart initially, but now he's starting to fade. He does have Ryan Newman behind him. And after a couple laps, he was able to run down this group ahead a little earlier, so we'll see if these 2 cars can just stay together and try to work with one another once again. Johnson. Oh, Newman got the wall off turn 4. So much for that. That's going to slow both their momentums down, and Newman brushes the wall. Lap 8 after that early caution. Remember, that 2-tire stop has to be made under green, not yellow. So that's probably why nobody pitted. I do think the car itself is easier to drive in this game than what it is in Thunder 04, because I feel like, I mean, it is only Daytona after all. It is only Daytona. And luckily, with this being a non-points race for 1, for 2, we'll be back at Daytona in 3 series this week. So by the time the Daytona 500 comes on Sunday, and for us, man, that's the 2nd lap in a row. Newman got the wall off turn 4. That is not good. He's just going to keep knocking speed out of that car. Yeah, this is the game I played the most when I was a kid. This and NASCAR 07. The only reason NASCAR 07 was, it was actually just called NASCAR for the PSP, but that's what I had for my PSP. And I had that thing for like 8 or 9 years, so if I wasn't playing on the go with my PSP, then I was playing NASCAR 05 and the old PS2. Got blown engine on the inside of the racetrack. Somebody is dropping down low and is done for the day, and that would be Jeff Burton in the 99, I believe. So Jeff Burton is now done for the day here at Daytona. Still 18 cars on the racetrack. Things are starting to get a little spread apart. Johnson's going to let Newman go on his outside right now, and he's going to try to stay behind him and draft him. Come on, sure, Jeff. Clicked it like 5 times and it wasn't going for some reason. Alright, there we go. Problem is, now we got to stay in a line, and I'm not good with that because we're only 10 laps into me playing this game. I think Johnson's lacking a little bit of speed because he seems a lot slower than what he was at the very beginning. He's having problems just trying to keep up with Ryan Newman. He is keeping up with him nevertheless. Johnson had the, I guess, non-luck of the draw. Or didn't even get to qualify. Again, random draw sets the starting lineup for the Bud Shootout as always. And Johnson had to start last. So there's Jeff Burton. He must have missed pit road. So he should be trying to get there this time. Oh, Mark Martin about brushed the wall off turn 4. Come on, sheer draft. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with this? I'm like spamming it. It's just not, like it wasn't turning on. Then we lose it. Somebody else is blowing an engine on the inside of the racetrack. Martin, one of Johnson's rivals, right in front of him, so Jimmy's probably just going to draft behind him. Elliott Sadler is done for the day now. So Jeff Burton and Elliott Sadler in the opening 12 laps have blown an engine, leaving just 17 cars on the racetrack to fight it out for the win here tonight at Daytona. Bragging rights on the line in the Budweiser Shootout. Car skipped around quite a bit. Johnson just getting around Mark Martin. Boy, he really sent it off into turn 1, making the pass for 16th. So risky getting those tires on the apron, as you guys saw. That was the cause of the first caution. Seems like Johnson's really good down the back straightaway. That's where he gets a lot of that speed. As long as I don't overcorrect the race car. Black Ace, welcome to the stream. Jimmy Johnson. Oh, so that's probably who you would have voted for. Yeah, was the fan vote. Going to be using Jimmy Johnson this season. Second season in a row we're using a Hendrick driver. Terry Labonte and Thunder 04. We're still going to finish that season up. I just wanted to do Speed Weeks this week with Speed Weeks actually going on. So we'll be finishing Thunder 04 up next week. It's interesting that Jeff Green's in this, because I believe this is his rookie season in the Cup Series. And he wasn't even in the game last year. Because Christian Fittipaldi was in the 43, so maybe Fittipaldi qualified on the pole somewhere, but I doubt that. I think Green got the ability to race in this race. I don't think this is the actual lineup that they used either, but could be. Johnson seems really, really strong in the draft as well. Basically just pushed Robbie Gordon to the inside of Jeff Green, and now we got a third driver blowing up. Dale Jr., one of the favorites. Dale Jr.'s blown an engine, 3 blown engines in the first 15 laps of tonight's race. Jr., a super speedway specialist, especially here in the early to mid-2000s. And Dale Jr.'s out of the race. Tony Stewart's led every lap so far. So Elliott Sadler, Dale Jr., and Jeff Burton are all out of the race for engine failures. Honestly, I'm thinking about calling this series the Chase for 8 series again, with a twist, because we're going to a game before Johnson started winning championships instead of at the end of his career, like we did with NASCAR Heat 5. Oh boy, just enough room. Johnson's got to be careful. Robbie Gordon trying to side draft. There's a tiny bit of contact. There's a lot of Chevrolets in the field here tonight from what I've noticed as well. Johnson trying to draft with Waltrip. He's slowly working his way through the field. He's up to 13th. Remember, he started last. Only a 70-lap race, but these guys have not pit yet. Waltrip pinches down the 48 of Johnson. Look at Jimmy go now. Boy, Ryan Newman got through this field pretty quick. Oh, Newman bounces off the wall and then bounces into Johnson. So Newman hit the wall off turn 4. We saw him do that a couple times earlier in the race. And he ricocheted right into Jimmy, and then Jimmy clipped the wall a little bit himself as well. About 6.5 seconds off the lead, even though Jimmy's in the 11th. This is going to stack this backpack up a little bit more compared to how the rest of the leaders are running. So maybe that could allow them to close in on these guys again. We'll have a handful of cars here. But Newman bounced off the wall off turn 4, couldn't hold his line, got into Johnson, and then just stacked everybody else up behind him. Waltrip's got a huge run on the inside. Jeff Green had a run on the outside, but Johnson blocked it. Yo, Mama, welcome to the stream. By the way, we're only 1 subscriber away from 750 coming into this stream tonight. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Be 3/4 of the way to 1,000. Still in the first calendar year of the channel. We're getting close to the end of it. I think 1 week from today would mark the 1-year anniversary mark. So a pretty good opening year, to be quite honest. So, greatly appreciate it. I'm not sure how mad Ryan Newman is, even though he got in the wall and bounced into Johnson. Johnson tried to go down a side draft Waltrip, and he got into him instead. Again, I'm still trying to get used to the handling of this race car. This game's new. It might take all 70 laps for me to get used to it, honestly. No, honestly, but I think by about lap 40, I'll be good to go. Tim Irvin, welcome to the stream. Yeah, missed the fan vote, unfortunately. Well, you still have a chance to vote, not for the Cup Series, but the Busch and the Truck Series coming up. Truck race will be Friday before the actual truck race, and then our Busch race will be after the Xfinity race. I'm not sure what time ARCA. I think ARCA's before the Xfinity, because I think Xfinity's at 5. So we'll probably end up streaming that Busch race Saturday night. Yep, Jimmy Johnson for the Cup Series season. Also get to vote for the Modified Series. We'll be Modified racing tomorrow. The Featherlight Modified Series. They're all animated, made-up drivers, so I mean, I guess that fan vote won't be quite as fun, but I guess you guys, we get to scroll through the paint schemes. Maybe you guys get to pick the coolest paint scheme. When we do the Modified Series streams, we'll do 2 races at once, because the races are going to be really short. I mean, they're only going to be like 100 laps on a short track. They're not going to be long, so we'll probably end up doing 2 races tomorrow for that. We'll just run them in the same stream. Just go back to back. No point of ending the stream if it's only going to be like a half hour, 40 minutes for one race, which is what I'm expecting it to be most of the races. Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson working well together now. They started at the back with one another. They both got involved in that 4-car crash on lap 4 with one another. After Johnson spun going into turn 1. Remember, you don't have to race back to the caution flag in this game. And Johnson trying to shove Newman into 3. Trying to bump draft him and do whatever he can to get these guys going. He just shot Newman into the wall. The bumpers don't align right like you would see nowadays with these Gen 4 cars, especially if you're in the center of the corner like Johnson and Newman were right there. That just didn't work out very well, so Johnson's got to try to suck right back up to Ryan Newman again. The fact that Newman's actually running the outside and Jimmy's able to run the outside as well definitely helps. The fact that it's gaining Jimmy confidence, it's gaining me confidence, just trying to be able to drive this car with this new game. New/old game. New to my mind as of recent years. Yeah, the last time I played this, it would have been before NASCAR Heat Evolution. I'm going to guess It's probably been about 6 or 7 years since I played this game. I didn't have it anymore, so I just repurchased it last week. Because I knew the series was going to be starting up. And I bought it a week early so we could do these Speed Weeks same night. So figured it'd help with the viewership. I figured it'd be fun as well with the channel having Speed Weeks during Speed Weeks. No, there's so much to do. If we're doing 2 seasons with a custom schedule and a normal season like we're doing now with fan vote, this playthrough is going to take a lot longer than Thunder 04 because we got all 3 series versus just the Cup Series. And Thunder 04 is taking like 6 or 7 months as it is with just the Cup Series. So, I mean, we might be doing this game until the end of the calendar year before we get to 06. Because you got to figure the next NASCAR game is going to be coming out at some point. I mean, not, within the next couple months, but at some point, before we finish this playthrough. Once that comes out, we'll definitely be playing a lot of that too. So, yeah, we'll be with 05 as far as the classic game for a while, so it'll be a lot of fun. The stream tomorrow, I'm not entirely sure because Daytona 500 qualifying's on at 7, and I want to watch that. I think it's on at 7. I know it's under the lights this year. Oh, we got some cars pitting at lap 25. Interesting. Seems a little early. We've got some guys short pitting to take their mandatory 2-tire stop, unless it is a 2-stop race, which it could be. Then maybe they're splitting it in thirds. I'm not sure if it's going to be a 2-stop race. Oh, see, that's the thing. If you're only taking 2 tires, it might be a 2-stop race, because I don't know if left side tires can go 70 laps. Remember, this Daytona is a lot bumpier than what you would see now. Doing NASCAR 21 season, yeah, when the game comes out, for sure. Just like we did with Heat 5, and then, Heat 4 was already out by the time I started the channel, so I didn't start it till 2020, but we did a playthrough with that too, so yeah, I definitely plan on doing that. I will be doing a career mode for NASCAR 21. I have something special that lined up that I want to do differently with that. But, yeah, no career mode for this game. It would just take way too long with the seasons and everything. We didn't do a career mode for Thunder 04 either. I'll probably play one on the side like I did with Thunder 04, but that'd be about it. Martin in the 6 coming off pit road. Oh! Newman checked up. I don't know why. Mark Martin was kind of pulling up the racetrack, but at the same time, it's not like Ryan Newman was directly behind Martin either. Halfway on fuel at lap 28, so I'm quite surprised how far these guys can go. NASCAR Thunder 2004, we were able to go maybe 40 laps at maximum on fuel. And in this game, we didn't hit halfway out of fuel until lap 28. Seems like a larger fuel tank. Mark Martin's arrival. Looks like Johnson's going to draft with him, try to catch back up to Ryan Newman, perhaps. Allies with Newman now. It's also kind of weird because I'm used to Thunder 04 where the speedometer's on the bottom left and the times are on the bottom right, and it's reversed in this game. So I keep looking down to see what the draft and everything is on the left, and it's not there. I have to glance back to the right. Yeah, I'm so out of shape. Shot to the back of Mark Martin. Martin again is a lap down. He already hit pit road. So that's probably what the reason was. Oh, Martin just bounced off the wall off turn 4. So those guys short pit because it's a one-stop race to the finish. I did not realize we were going to go over 50 laps on a full run. Problem is if a caution comes out, they're going to be trapped a lap down. But then again, at the same time, if a caution comes out, Remember, it's a mandatory green flag stop. Johnson had to get way out of the gas getting into turn 3. He had a big head of steam on Newman. He wants to stay behind him. Still about 8.5 seconds behind race leader Tony Stewart. The track position game did not help Johnson at the start. And you're seeing the effects of that right now. I think if Newman runs the bottom in the corners, you'd have to think this share draft's going to work. Both these guys do have damage from that first accident. Again, there's a 4-car crash at the back of the field on lap 4 between Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson, Bobby Labonte, and Kurt Busch. All 4 of those guys still in the race, by the way. Nobody crashed out after that accident. It is a lot harder to DNF in this game, though, versus Thunder 04. Well, a lot of it is because you have to race back to the caution flag in 04, so you just got these guys going, ARCA brakes in the corners, trying to race back to the line. And we got another issue. Michael Waltrip, another DEI car, has blown an engine. So Dale Jr. blew an engine earlier, and now the second DEI car, Michael Waltrip, in this race has blown an engine also, so both of them are done. Remember that one car non-existent this season. It's only a 2-car organization at DEI instead of 3, like when we saw Jeff Green in the last game. Back to the outside again. They're staying consistent, about 8.5 seconds off the lead. I don't know why my share draft isn't working. I swear I have the worst of luck with this controller. I have to click it like 6 times before it actually registers. It wasn't doing that on Thunder 04, so it might be this game, but kind of sucks because I come close to losing the draft every time. If I remember right, too, I think there's more AI crashes in this game than what there is in Thunder 04, so we've been seeing a lot of near caution-free races in Thunder 04 this season. We've had 2 of them that have gone, 3 races that have gone caution-free. Well, Johnson got really loose getting into turn 1 that time, and I think he just lost the draft on Ryan Newman. I don't think he's getting it back. Yeah, Johnson's just lost the draft on Newman. Well, because he lost the draft, it looks like Jimmy's going to short pit. Somebody else is coming to pit road as well. Not sure what the speed limit is in this game. Is it 70? I don't know. I'm backing it down to 55 just to make sure. Yeah, comment down below also, what's the speed limit at the tracks in this game? Is it 70 like Thunder 04? I didn't want to speed there, so I dropped it to 55. Oh, no! I made it a 4-tire stop. Is that going to cost me? Do I have to pit again? I forgot we had to make a 2-tire stop. Mandatory 2-tire stop under green. Johnson's pulling up onto the racetrack. I don't know if this is a wise idea. We're going to have guys coming in full speed. Here comes Stewart. He checks up. Johnson trying to stay in the lead lap. So, oh, well, there goes Kenseth. Never mind. I guess Kenseth's the new leader. So Johnson took 4 tires. I don't know if that's gonna... Yeah, I don't know. So Jimmy took 4 tires. It's a mandatory 2-tire stop. I don't know if that's gonna cost us or not, because we still pitted for tires. Actually, it was a slower stop than if we were to take 2. Trying to draft. The button wasn't working. And Jimmy is really loose. Oh, and around he goes! Sideways! And he saves it. What a save by Johnson. A big-time save. He was just out of shape in the center of the tri-oval, and the car spun right around on him. Did a great job keeping it off Jeff Gordon and Dale Jarrett. They were 3 wide getting into turn 1. Problem is Jimmy's a lap down. Yeah, I'm not sure. It might be a penalty if we don't pit again under green. I don't know. Well, Johnson's trapped a lap down now, so that is a huge problem. This race is going from bad to worse, and it actually wasn't even that bad originally. Rusty Walsh is the race leader. Green flag back in the air. Now remember, though, those guys that have not pitted yet will have to pit under green at some point still. So I guess it's not the worst thing in the world that the caution came out. The problem is Jimmy Johnson going to have to pit again? Under green, nonetheless, for a 2-tire stop. And we're going to have 30 laps to go this time by, and Jimmy is just not taking off on the restart. Trying to hop in line and get going. He's just losing way too much time, and some of it might need the damage from that first accident. Luckily, he was able to save it getting into turn 1, but it's been slippery getting into turn 1. 2 times he's had something happen. Oh, contact off turn 4 with the leaders. Got guys trying to get back on the lead lap. Drivers trying to battle for the lead up there as well. It's weird that Johnson had fresh tires and lost control. Because the car wasn't handling bad at all originally. Joseph Smith, welcome to the stream. Glad NFL season. I'm glad it's over for the sake that NASCAR's back, indeed. And my Packers weren't in the Super Bowl because they lost to the Buccaneers, so I was a little salty about that too. No free pass. Yeah, I was wondering if there was or not. I thought that rule came into play in 2004, but I didn't know if it was in this game or not. With this being a 2004 game, I don't know when it was actually released, if it was before the season or during the season. Yeah, so no free pass, but the leaders are going to have to pit under green. So at some point, this is all going to cycle out eventually. And those leaders can probably go about 55 laps on fuel. We've had 2 cautions, so that's going to help them as well. They could probably make it close to 60, but again, they have to pit no matter what anyway. I don't believe there was anybody on pit road at the time of that second caution. He's not really leading this pack closer to that front pack. Johnson looked like he was a good push car when he was behind Ryan Newman there for a while before he pitted. The only reason he pitted was because he lost Ryan Newman. And then spinning, trapping himself a lap down didn't help either. Dale Jarrett giving Jimmy Johnson a big push on the inside. Johnson does have teammates to work with in this race. Terry Labonte and Jeff Gordon both made this race. Vickers, being a rookie, is not in this race, because obviously he wouldn't have scored a pole. Harvick just scraped the wall lightly off turn 4. Didn't really cut his momentum down too much. He's got Newman behind him pushing. So less than 30 laps to go already tonight in the Budweiser Shootout. Thought I'd be watching NASCAR race. I haven't watched NASCAR race day in years. We do our own predictions and post-race analysis, so I'm knowledgeable on that now that I don't need to watch race day to figure out what I need to know going into the race, I guess. No, I barely even watch the pre-race anymore. I just know when the drop of the green flag is, so I just kind of wait for it. And when it gets to 5 to 10 minutes before the drop of the green, I'll turn on the television. Usually that's when I catch the national anthem and everything. I do watch a little bit of the post-race usually. Well, by that I mean I watch the interviews and then that's it. Once the interviews are done, then I That's when, last year at least, when I was going upstairs and making the post-race analysis videos. But try to watch the interviews at least. Big run by Johnson to the inside of Dale Jarrett. Contact getting into the corner. And the wall goes Jarrett and Johnson. Back down the racetrack they go. We stay green at Daytona. Tight and 3 wide getting into the corner again. And Jimmy just couldn't make it. Had that flatter entry. Somehow kept it straight, no caution. And more damage on the 48 car. Rough start to Speed Weeks. That just spaced the pack up quite a bit once again. Does have a teammate of Terry Labonte down there. The Labonte brothers drafting together currently of Terry and Bobby on the outside. Free race that matters is Daytona. That's true too. Oh, Labonte was not clear. Labonte tried to block Jimmy Johnson. He was not clear. More contact was made. And Labonte just kind of shuffled himself up in front of his brother Terry and those other cars further back. Stacked up the entire outside lane. I think he kept it off the wall. Johnson drifts up to the outside off turn 2, trying to let Jeff Green on the bottom go. Johnson going to try to be the push car. Trying to block Mark Martin too. See if he can work together with the 43 like he did with Newman in that first run. It's an ugly start to Speed Weeks for Johnson. Again, I'll get the hang of this. I'll get the hang of the game as we get more laps under my belt. I guess it's a good thing we're doing the Bud Shootout. Not just jumping into the season, because otherwise we would not compete to win the Daytona 500. I guarantee that. I didn't have any practice going into this race either, and that's costing me. I don't have a setup. I don't have anything. Not much you can do setup-wise anyway, because you can't affect the downforce with the restrictor plates, but could probably tighten it up if we have to pit again. See, here's the thing, too. Again, everybody has to pit. We're just shy of lap 50. These guys can go about 55 laps in a full tank. We've had 2 cautions. So everybody on the lead lap will have to pit for a mandatory 2-tire stop. Johnson pitted for 4 tires. If he crosses the finish line first, he might not win the race. I'm not sure if they're going to give me a penalty and black flag me for that, and then I finish last on the lead lap, or what's going to happen. We'll just have to wait and see. We could have drama at the very end of this thing. Wreck Dale Jarrett. We did get pinched down there. It was 3 wide, though. 3 wide. It got tight. He didn't purposely do it. I'm not upset either because it's my first race and it's not a points race. Don't need to have tempers flare before the season starts. Why are there only 21 cars? Usually for the preseason race / the Busch Clash, for a long time it was only the pole winners. And then they started allowing playoff drivers a couple years ago in it as well. And then they added a couple other things this year, but I think they added like the stage winners too because there was no qualifying for most of last year. So they tried to get, more cars in the field instead of having like 10 to 12. That's my guess of why they kind of expanded, how many cars. There was actually 24 on the entry list, but only 21 drivers showed up. Of course, like Matt Kenseth was eligible. He isn't in the race. There's a couple other guys that were eligible because they were former 500 winners and they just couldn't get in. I mean, Ty Dillon's eligible, and the only reason he's running is because he's driving that 2311 car because Bubba Wallace isn't in the entry list. He didn't meet the requirements. Johnson trying to get around Jeff Green. He might have made the pass too early. He's trying to get around Green. He clears him. I don't think he's close enough to draft off Kurt Busch. Yeah, Johnson made that move just a little too early. He should have drafted Green for about another lap, or at least another corner. 19 laps to go for the race leaders. They will have to pit. And I'm not sure who's going to cycle into the lead. Obviously, because we don't know if the leaders now are going to still cycle back in front or what the scenario is going to be, so we'll wait. I'm just hoping we don't get black flagged for taking a 4-tire stop. We could have had a faster stop if I took 2 tires. We'd probably still be on the lead lap. And we wouldn't have to pit again. It would be like a guaranteed win, but I completely forgot. I knew we had to take a 2-tire stop, and I still forgot. Johnson's probably going to let Jeff Green go at some point, because they were gaining time on Kurt Busch when Jimmy was behind Green. So Green's got to run on the outside. Johnson's going to let him go off turn 2 and drop in line behind him. Don't want to turn him. Oh, Jimmy almost clipped the left rear of Jeff Green. So hop in line again. Bobby Labonte starting to close in. Jimmy got really, really tight off turn 2. He barely kept it off the wall. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this thing's going to play out. 14 likes right now. Thanks for everybody hitting the like button. That's pretty good for a short race. Again, only 70 laps tonight for the Bud Shootout. And the Busch Clash is coming on in about a half an hour, so this race will definitely get done in time. And I should get to my grandparents' house in time for the race tonight as well. I'm pumped. My man Ryan Blaney's on the pole. That gets me even more pumped. I know it's not a points race, so if he wins, it's not like it counts for playoff points or anything, but a win's a win. They give me some more hype for him this season. By the way, I guess kind of more somewhat breaking news for the channel. We will be bringing the trivia back. Because I got off work a little late today, I couldn't get it. But trivia will be back starting tomorrow. Heck, I'll probably actually have 2 questions for trivia tomorrow instead of just 1 because we missed tonight. So we will be having a random trivia question throughout these full race live streams. We did it for about a month or so. Probably a little longer than that. We were pretty consistent. Then I just stopped looking up facts and kind of lost track of it. Yeah, so Jeff Green and Johnson are gaining ground right now. And again, even though they're a lap back, because these guys are battling for position still. Well, not really battling. They're trying to help each other. We got 15 laps to go. The leaders are going to pit anywhere in the next 5 to 10 laps, maybe even sooner. They can't go to the end anyway, even if they could. With the 2 cautions, they might have saved enough fuel to probably go to lap 60, 65 at the latest. So either way, they'd have to pit. But we'll see. It's only a 2-tire stop, but we'll have to see how everything cycles through, because everybody else seemed to go a lap down that already did pit before the 2 cautions. That's why they are showing 1 lap down. Good thing it doesn't average out. We had that problem with Thunder 04 at Charlotte when I thought I was 2 laps down. We were only 1 lap down. I didn't find out till 10 to go. I was like, oh, it's averaging. I forgot about that. I don't think we have a problem with that in this game, luckily. Yep, we are doing the modified series. It's actually the Featherlight modified series in this game, which I actually forgot. I thought it was Wheeling too. I forgot it was a Featherlight there for a little bit. But yes, we will be doing the modified series as well. And that will be tomorrow night. We got modified series action tomorrow night. How about it's up to you guys in the chat? What time would you want to watch those modified races tomorrow? Oh boy, Johnson trying to pass Jeff Green. Into turn 3, makes the pass. Now he is close enough. He should be able to draft off Kurt Busch this time. He's got Jeff Green right behind him too. That's going to help. Oh, Green bounces off the wall up turn 4. Well, never mind. I guess Johnson lost the drafting help from behind him. He was relying on Green not to hit the wall off turn 4 and help him right back out again. And Green hit the wall hard. Now Labonte gets to the inside of Green for 14th. But yeah, do you guys want me to stream before Daytona 500 qualifying or after Daytona 500 qualifying tomorrow? I don't care because I don't work on Thursday, so I can do either one. I don't care how late I'm up. Well, obviously I'm not going to start it too late, but qualifying should be over by 8:30. It's not going to take that long. So the stream will start immediately after qualifying, so we'd probably look at like 8:30 start time roughly if we did go after qualifying. Yes, so there is DNFs in this game. Luckily we survived 2 accidents. Well, the one we saved, we didn't hit anything. Brilliant save, great driving by me. But the other one was kind of as close as we've been to a big one today. Oh boy, Johnson being aggressive, trying to squeeze in between Bobby Labonte and David Green. Bobby's actually a lead lap car, and he's probably faster than... Sorry, not David Green, Jeff Green. But he's probably faster than Jeff Green, so this is going to maybe help Jimmy a little bit more. Bobby will have to pit eventually, though. Leader's still on the racetrack. Again, they probably saved fuel with those 2 cautions. But they will have to pit. Or they will get disqualified if they don't. We only have 10 laps to go at Daytona in the Budweiser Shootout to decide a winner of the race. To start the season, who will win the first race of the year, even though it is a non-points race. Okay, so we got a couple people saying after. I can do that, yeah. Modified series action after Daytona 500 as Speed Weeks continues on the channel. We'll be doing 2 races. Again, when we do the modified streams, we'll do 2 races in one stream because the modified races are going to be really short. I mean, they're going to be like half the length of the truck race, so they're going to be really short. We'll do 2 of them. 9 laps to go now. Matt Kenseth still leads. Track position at the front of the field has been huge. Tony Stewart led a lot up until he pit. Actually, Tony Stewart hasn't pit yet. He actually lost the lead before the caution to Kenseth when Johnson came off pit road. He checked up. And Kenseth kind of just stayed in the gas and drove by. That's how Kenseth got around Stewart. Otherwise, Stewart led about the first half of the race. Remember, there will be a chase format this season for the Cup Series. Season-long championships for the Busch and the truck, so you get a little bit of the best of both worlds with these playthroughs with different points formats. The points increments between positions stay the same, though. Same thing with the bonus points for leading the lap and then leading the most laps. So that'll be crucial. Maybe we'll have a better chance of winning the championship with the chase. I have been terrible at Thunder 04 with the season-long championships. We're still in it, but I doubt we're going to win it this season. We only got 4 races left, and we're over 300 points back. Dale Jr.'s got a 97-point lead. So that will continue again next week when we go back to Thunder 04 and finish that off. Yeah, I haven't alternated through the different camera angles because I don't know what the button is. Again, I just hopped into this, so I didn't want to test it out randomly and accidentally, like, hit something I don't want to hit. That's the mirror. Oh, what happened? I don't know. Johnson's going to get to the inside of Labonte. He didn't want to get under him, but Bobby checked up going into turn 3. Again, I don't see these guys making it longer than lap 65. Could you imagine if we got a caution late in this race, too? Johnson really loose in the tri-oval. Tires are getting older. Remember, he did short pit right about lap 30. Not as old as those drivers that haven't pit yet, though. Just 6 laps to go in the Budweiser Shootout. It's circle? Ah, there we go. Okay, so that's the same. That's the same as Thunder 04. I didn't want to check it. What camera angles we got here? Okay. Oh, there's no in-car cam. What? There's no in-car cam with this game? I don't remember that. I don't remember there not being an in-car cam. Well, that sucks. Oh, boy. Johnson trying to pinch off Jeff Green. He doesn't want anybody else to get around him with only 5 laps to go. Especially Green being for position. And the leaders are pitting. Some of them are, at least. Kenseth stays out another lap. 4 laps to go at Daytona. Jeff Green just bounced off the wall off turn 4 trying to get around Johnson for position. So the leaders are pitting now. I doubt Johnson's going to be able to gain a ton of time on these guys. Johnson might get disqualified at the end of the race for taking 4 tires instead of 2 as well. We have yet to find out. I hope not. We might end up finishing last on the lead lap anyway. Jimmy will get his lap back. Maybe we get a late race caution. Who knows? Spice things up. I think there's green-white checkers. I think there's 1 green-white checker. Johnson got loose. He didn't make contact with Green. He cleared him cleanly. Terry Labonte's got to run to the inside of Jeff Green for position into turn 3 now. Yeah, I like the hood cam. It just sucks that we don't have an in-car cam. Oh, Johnson clipped the apron, got really loose off turn 4. He's still trying to catch his car. Labonte might be for position as well. He's just going to try to block for everything he can. Tony Stewart is back in the lead, but I think he still has to pit. 3 laps to go at Daytona. I'm surprised that these guys are making it as far as they are on fuel. That's insane. I'll have to keep an eye out on that in the duels and in the Daytona 500 on Sunday as well. So I believe Tony Stewart's pitting this time. Definitely have to make sure you don't run it out of gas. That'd be the worst thing to have happen. A lot of the leaders coming out of the pits. Again, with only taking a 2-tire stop also, there was no way we were going to catch him. And Labonte bounces off the wall off turn 4. So Terry Labonte gets into the wall. Seen a lot of guys hit the wall off turn 4 today. Newman did it a few times. Jeff Green's done it a few times. And now Labonte did it as well right there. Probably other drivers as well that I can't remember off the top of my head. Rusty Wallace still on the racetrack with 2 laps to go right now. He's going to have to pit this time or he will get disqualified. Contact on the back straightaway. Johnson trying to block Jeff Green, and he blocked him into the wall. I don't know how to look at the damage. What button do you look at the damage with? I don't know what button it is. White flag's in the air, 1 lap to go. Rusty Wallace has not pit. And he's still on the track. Is he going to pit, come into the checker? I mean, if he does that, that might be a loophole. I don't know if it's going to score him or not. There's no way Rusty Wallace hit pit road and is a lap ahead of the field. checker flag's waving off turn 4 anyway. Rusty Wallace is going to cross the start-finish line first. Side by side to the line between Labonte and Johnson. Teammates clang off one another. And that is going to end it. Okay, so we didn't get black flag for taking a 4-tire stop instead of 2. Rusty Wallace and Terry Labonte didn't pit. And Rusty Wallace will win the Budweiser Shootout. We'll take a look at the race results here. So Rusty Wallace led the final 6 laps of tonight's race. Actually, just less than that. And then he led some earlier on as well. Terry Labonte, who didn't lead a single lap, finishes second. And we saw Stewart pit with 3 to go. So Rusty Wallace and Terry Labonte, the only other thing I can think of is they pit when the caution came out, which I didn't think anybody was on pit road when the caution came out. But that's the only logical explanation I have, is that they pitted when the caution came out. That's why they didn't pit at the end. So they were the only 2 drivers that would have made it. Pole sitter Stewart had a great day, led the most laps, led 36 laps. Kenseth led 28. He led a lot too. They finished 3rd and 4th. Kevin Harvick 5th, Jamie McMurray 6th, Jeff Gordon 7th, Ryan Newman 8th, Dale Jarrett 9th, and Bobby Labonte rounds out the top 10. And we only had 11 cars finish on the lead lap today. We finished 13th with Jimmy Johnson. And we saw 4 DNFs for engine failures. 2 cautions total in today's race as well. Jeff Burton, Elliott Sadler, Dale Jr., and Michael Waltrip all blew an engine. So 4 tires, the same as 2. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, because it's a longer pit stop, so you're actually kind of punishing yourself. I can't believe I made that mistake. That might have cost us a chance to win. I mean, you never know. That second caution came out for us spinning. You know, if we would have taken 2 tires, we might have actually been on the lead lap still. So, sure enough, you know, I cost myself the race, but that's okay. No points on the line today. I'm not worried about it. Luke Jarvis 07, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in. I didn't even see you there, so sorry for that. So the Chase Parade Series is back, as you see here with Jimmy Johnson, but it's NASCAR 05 edition. We're going to try to get him a championship this season. Thanks for watching the Budweiser Shootout Modified Series action on the channel tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. You guys get to pick the driver there as well. We'll be doing 2 races to start the season on tomorrow night's stream, and we will be streaming as soon as the Daytona 500 qualifying is done. So plan on about 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, or whenever Daytona 500 qualifying is over tomorrow night, because that starts at 7. So be sure to tune in for the Clash tonight. And when you're done, come back to the channel later on whenever my video uploads. We will have a post-race analysis for the Clash, and I'll preview my prediction for the Daytona 500 qualifying tomorrow as well. Thanks for everybody watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks, and have a good one. Enjoy the Clash.